may be a little bit shaky today because I'm missing a very, very important part to my tripod. So right now it is not usable, but that's okay. But enough about the tripod. Let's get to this delicious cake that I'm sure you saw in the thumbnail and thought, dang nabbit girl, I want that cake. So I really like the salted caramel cake pops from Starbucks, and I just kind of thought, this would be a really good cake to make. And this recipe that I just kind of came up with sort of came to me in a dream. It sounds really weird because, like, I don't know how many people dream of cakes, but that's fine. So enough rambling and weirdness, so let's just get started. Going to need 2 round 9-inch cake pans, cupcake frosting, which is optional, your cake mix. I chose chocolate frosting, your caramel, and sea salt, just to throw a little bit of toppings. Did have a little bit of trouble finding the caramel, and it's not in the baking aisle, it's actually in the coffee aisle. Before you do anything, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. As expected, the cake mix did require some ingredients of its own, just some eggs, oil, and obviously a bowl to mix it all up in. After you have all of your ingredients mixed together, go ahead and pour them in both of the cake pans. As always, practice safety using oven mitts because you do not want to get burned by that heat. According to the box, set the recommended time. When the timer goes off, take a toothpick, stick it in the center, and make sure it comes out clean. You will need to allow plenty of time for your cakes to cool, otherwise the frosting will melt and you will find a lot of difficulty when you're trying to decorate and add the final touches. Now before I even began frosting, I took the salted caramel, a butter knife, and I covered the entire bottom half of the cake with the caramel. When that's done, put the top half of the cake onto the bottom. After that, I took my frosting knife, obviously my frosting, and the optional cupcake frosting to finish up the cake. What I did was completely covered the cake and even the sides with frosting. You want to be very careful with this next step. Just lightly sprinkle some of the salt because too much could really ruin the whole flavor of the cake. I used the cupcake frosting to add a little bit of ruffles around the edges, but like I said, this step is optional. Well, I hope you enjoyed the cake. I hope it turned out wonderful for you, and I hope you like it just as much as me and my in-laws liked it. I will say I couldn't finish my piece because it was a little bit sweet, so maybe just cut like a little small piece at first to see if you can handle it. I have a really big sweet tooth, so I'm actually really surprised that I couldn't finish that piece, but that's fine. Come back to my channel next week, and I have a really cool craft that I also thought of. I'm not sure how it's going to go, so it's going to be a journey for me and you. You don't want to miss it because I'm sure it's going to be a hot mess. Well, I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, baby, and like I always say, be the diva that you is, alright? Or diva that you are, whichever one. I said is on purpose. I know that's not grammatically correct. Okay, you know what, here I am rambling again. Bye. Bye, just go home now. We are in my basement, woo! This is Bubbies, he's my boy cat. Well, his real name is Smokey, but I just one day called him Bubbies, and now we're stuck on it.